Great, Tex. You did not pull the biggest little man trick on me, did you? Um, yeah, it really is easy for them to just say, "Hey, I saw a weapon, therefore I shot the guy," and to believe. So these guys didn't do that. That's what I'm saying. You know, there's the thing about the van, and they're already engaged. You could blame them for that. I think certain ones of them probably, and I'm not saying we shouldn't as a particular kind of prosecution. But in general, we can see that if during the van, they said they're picking up wounded and weapons, did anybody actually see that? Um, that still, I think, comes from the rules of engagement. You know, uh, lots of people are little people. We're all little people to a certain degree. Even the rulers, I believe, are enslaved to the system, but enslaved more like an addiction and less forgivably because they could change the system. So they're not real slaves in that sense. But there are lots of little people. And this is the old house slave thing. The old house slave metaphor is where the house slave is on the master's side, but most of them wouldn't be. But what if the house slave starts a revolution? And, all the field slaves are like, "Hey, you suck. You get lemonade and they let you read and you're not on our side." Can a house slave complain of being a slave? Can they say, "Well, I did read and I read enough to realize I'm still a slave too"? Yes, of course. So when they get the one worker to kill the other worker, um, that's not really something to blame on the workers, right? So I like the term worker because, yeah, it includes people that are paid pretty well. If they work for a living, they're a worker.